What up everybody, it's your boy Mr. Singh's Derby Army coming at you with the latest episode of my video vlogs, and it was a pretty enjoyable experience. QPR 0, Derby County 1. First time we can actually say back-to-back back-to-back wins, which is the first time we can say we've done that this season. So we finally actually got rid of that voodoo that we have in London where we never seem to do well. Got 3 points at Loftus Road. It wasn't by any stretch of the means, it wasn't a great game to watch, but we did the job that we needed to do. Again, we were very strong at the back, very resolute. I think for the first 10-15 minutes I thought we were very controlling, we dominated the ball, put it into good positions. Byrne put a great ball in for CKR, who sort of just fluffed at it really and got his feet tangled up, but had a great chance there. I think after the first 15, possibly 20 minutes, we sort of let QPR get back into the game first half. Charlie Austin was getting on the ball, had a few opportunities. Roos pulled out a great save in the first half. But yeah, it was like the first half was like a tale of two halves within the half, if that makes sense. We were dominant for the first part of that, and then QPR sort of worked us out, I think, which is why George Evans was brought off in the second half for Max Bird, who I thought did all right actually. Max Bird, he's come under a lot of criticism from Derby fans to the back end of last season and this season. But I thought he did his job very well. Put himself about, got into certain pockets of spaces and dragging defenders out in order to create the space. But yeah, it was an interesting first half. Second half, obviously, QPR come out of the traps. They're putting us under pressure, and that's eventually what led to our goal, which is a great counter-attacking piece of play. Was it between Knight to Bielik to Shinnie goes on that run, threads through to Zuzwiak, who I thought was going to score from that. It was a great save by the QPR keeper, but it was CKL was there, right man, right time, slotted it home. I did think he was a bit fortunate. On first reaction, I did actually think he might have been in an offside position. I haven't really seen anything to say it was or wasn't, so I'm not too sure about that, but hey ho. When you're at the bottom of the league, you need that sort of luck, and the luck is something that we haven't actually had this season. So it's good to get a slice of luck there with the goal. Put ourselves 1-0 up, and then from there, from a defensive standpoint, we controlled the game pretty well. But yeah, after that, didn't do too much. We sat back, which is quite common with our side. The last couple of years we've done that, was where we seem to go 1-0 up and sit back. I'm not a fan of it, but it looks like we've got the defenders there to actually sit back and invite the pressure. I don't know, maybe we could have put QPR to the sword today. The gaps were there, just didn't exploit it enough. But other than that, I thought it was a pretty resilient display. Couldn't really ask for much more, to be honest. Got the 3 points, which is, at this stage of the season, that's probably the most important thing. Back-to-back wins, which builds the confidence up for the lads. And yeah, we seem to have found our footing now, so which is, it's nice to see. We've got a bit of more of a settled side. It was nice to see the consistency really going with an unchanged 11, and yeah, it was good. A lot of people were questioning the bench, obviously, because Cade Gordon was not included. By my understanding, I think he did travel with the squad, just wasn't in the squad. But he was there at Loftus Road, from what I've been reading. So nothing to worry about too much there. But yeah, 3 points, huge 3 points, because we've been talking about, and I mentioned it in my last video, how we seem to struggle against the teams in and around us. We seem to be really good against the top 6 teams. Actually, we've beaten all top three teams this season, but we struggle against the teams around us, and maybe this has put a stamp on it to say, look, on our day we can beat anybody. We've sort of got this like Billy Davis-esque sort of run at the minute. It's quite funny. We don't concede, or if it's very rare that we do concede, and we seem to be getting smash and grab 1-0 wins. So it's quite reminiscent of the good old Billy Davis years. So yeah, it's nice to see us actually defensively sound. Special mention to Kelarus. Like I said last week, I'm not really his biggest fan, but the last 2 games he's really proved himself. He's made 2 great cracking saves again today. But another thing I think he must have worked on is his distribution from his goal kicks. He did it against Bournemouth where he launched it and it went all the way across and put us into an attacking position, and he did it again today. He hit it long and it bounced over. Wagon ran onto it. I don't know if he's worked on that, but to be honest, I think it's a good avenue of a good source of attacking threat from us. But yeah, I think the goalkeeping shirt is Kelarus's to lose now. I know Marshall's been unwell. Wish him a speedy recovery, and hopefully we can see him back as soon as. But I think Roos is hanging onto the shirt now. I think Marshall needs to earn it. If I'm honest with you, he needs to earn that right to go back into goal. Because based on the last couple of performances, it'll be very harsh to drop Roos. So yeah, I think Roos outstanding, and I just want to give a big special mention out to Nathan Byrne. By far the best signing we've made probably in the last 3 years. He was again all over the place, did his defensive duties great, and he really is that source of attacking outlet for us. You can definitely say we don't miss players like Jaden Bogle when you've got Nathan Byrne, who does what he does game after game. He's very consistent with his performances, and I think he's probably a run-in for the player of the season already. I was saying it last week, he's probably the most consistent Derby player we've had this year. His stats prove it. He is actually I think he is the leading player that's created the most attacks and chances for us. He was just superb again today. Couldn't fault his performance at all. Nice for CKR to get another goal, especially after his motivational pre-match interview that he did. I don't know if anybody's actually managed to watch it on Rams TV, but yeah, it was a really good inspirational video, and it's glad to see him get another goal. But yeah, it's onwards and upwards for the Rams at the minute. We look good. Defensively we're solid. Just if we could add a couple more goals, and great. But if not, may the Billy Davis-esque revolution continue. Rooney's doing a good job with his backroom staff, and from what I read this morning, I think the players are starting to be paid. I think some of them have been fully paid today, the rest on Monday. I'm guessing that's probably got something to do with the Tawarik and maybe the potential Dwayne Holmes sale. But yeah, it's good. The lads are putting in the performances, irrespective of what's going on at the club at the minute, and that's all you can ask for, really. We have to remember. I mean, we as fans might be angry and upset and a bit puzzled as to what's going on, but equally so, the players are probably in the same boat, and they are not the one. They haven't been paid, but to not be paid and still put in the performances they've put in shows that they do care about the club, and that's all we ask for as fans, is for the players to put 100% commitment, passion, and determination in. And lo and behold, we've got 6 points from this week, which, to be fair, I thought probably would have been unlikely, especially with the Bournemouth game. Got a 1-0 win there, got a 1-0 win again today. Sets us in good stead. We're 5 points clear of the relegation zone now. And it's just onwards and upwards from here. And yeah, long may it continue. Hopefully the Rams extend their unbeaten run, and hopefully we can keep banging in more wins. But yeah, with the transfer window closing next week, hopefully the embargo gets lifted and we can see who Rooney's got lined up. Like Rooney said, they're ready to come through the door. They're just waiting for the green light. So hopefully we get the green light next week. And but other than that, you can't fault the players for their performances, for their passion. And yeah, 6 points. Huge 6 points that we needed this week. We've got it. Let's keep climbing the table, Rams fans. Let's keep staying positive because it's looking good for us at the minute. And let's steer clear of the relegation zone and solidify wherever we finish at the end of the table and build for next year. Come on, you Rams.